you? Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're all warm because it's freezing. freezing. Yeah, proper cold to be honest. Oh, they've changed all the dashboard. How bizarre. Well, I can see I can actually see your comments and I can see what the cameras are doing for a change. Oh, I don't like it when they do that. I don't like it when they change things. Why? Why do they want to change things? Hopefully you can hear me and you can see me okay. Let me know if there are any problems, guys. What are we going to do today? I had a bit of a weekend. Obviously we had Newark and then just a crazy Sunday, Monday with all sorts going on and getting ready for Crate and Craft, and my husband's having to clean out the flat in London and everything. And then this morning got up and all the trains have been cancelled and my husband couldn't get his train back to London, so I've been running around like an idiot. Oh, what is that popping up? Go away, I can't see anybody. Hi Anne, hi Taryn, hi Jean, hello my darlings. First things first, we are going to do the the challenge draw, which we put on last week and we said we'd do today. So what that was to win, let me go over here, hopefully this is working, was to win this brand new, in fact, I'm going to open it. I'm not going to open it up fully, but I'm going to open it up just a little bit so we can see these. So this is, it's the brand new Liberty. It's not actually been released yet. They've given us this as a little tester, as a little preview. I don't know if it's, well, it's definitely 5 inches, I think, isn't it? Oh no, they're 8 inches wide. And I don't know if they are like full, I think they're full strips off the roll. So it's like a really massive jelly roll. Massive jelly roll. And it's called Liberty London Parks. So it is available to pre-order. It's very, very pretty. Really beautiful. Oh, look at the little dogs on that one. You've got little dogs. You've got some really, that's beautiful. All the like London scenery. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't want to open it, but just to give you a little brief thing. So this is what we're giving away, okay? Yeah, they are full strips as well. They're width of fabric strips. So that's a hell of a bundle. Guys. I thought it was like 8-inch squares, but it's not. It's full strips. So that's a good old little prize to have. So it was Show Us Your Handy. So Show Us Your Handy makes. So I've got everybody's name in here. Everybody that commented, it's all gone in there. So I put all your names in there. Okay, so I'll come back over to this one a second. I think it was 56 people commented, so one of you is going to win it. So I've got everybody in there. Give it a good shake. Oh, excuse me. Oh, it's too much dust around today. I've got fabric dust everywhere. So who's going to win that beautiful Liberty bundle? Let's have a look. So I'm going to kind of give them a good swirl around for you. Make sure they're all well mixed up. I'm going to go with that one there. So it is Mandy Jenkins. Mandy, this lovely Liberty roll is coming to you. We will drop you a message, so keep an eye out for it. If you haven't ordered from us, we won't have your address to send it out, so could you message us and let us know, okay, what your address is. So congratulations, Mandy. Let's say hello to some other people. I've got a piece of fluff stuck on an eyelash. It's where I was cleaning all the bits down and it's gone. It's gone. So hi Cheryl, hi Kate, hi Sarah, hi Eileen, hi Heather, hi Melba, hi Jean, hello my darlings. So one other thing before we get started. Hi Carol, we've got a bit of a daily deal. We haven't done one for ages. And we're doing a little daily deal on these. So this is the sheet. See, I need the space, frankly. I really do need the space in the shop. So this is the Seashore Drive charm pack. Okay, it's a beautiful charm pack. It's got script in there. It's got the most amazing colours. You've got sort of like, you've got sort of charcoal greys through to sort of taupey greys. You've got then like aqua blues and teals through to duck eggs. Like some really sort of like rich plummy colours all the way through to pink, and then you're hitting your corals and those beautiful like lime greens, and then into your creams. Love that one. And then love that as well. So these are normally £13.95 They are on for £7. And once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, so that's on as your daily deal today, the Seashore Drive charm pack. It's in the charm pack section and it's in the daily deal section. Okay, so another quick, oh, look at, I mean, I just want it for the scripts. I love anything we write, as you well know, I love anything we're writing on. I just love it. It's really pretty. An ocean breeze puts the mind at ease. The beach is calling and I must go. Happiness is a day at the beach. But yeah, really, really pretty charm pack. And they're now £7. Okay, so hi Carolyn, hi Lindy. Bit late, just putting Ollie down for his nap. Oh, bless you. Yeah, Jonah's normally getting up about this time for his nap, but he's not here today. He's with the childminder today. He's back tomorrow. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make one of these. Okay, so this is a tortilla warmer. And randomly, we actually had fajitas last night for tea and we used it. It's, you put your tortillas in there, you know, your wraps. It doesn't have to be tortillas, whether they're the little corn ones or the bigger ones, your wraps in there. And then you stick it in the microwave and blast it for 30 seconds. And then you leave them in there and it keeps them warm. Because like Phil had done them last night and everything. And normally by the time you get like the first couple off the top, they've already gone cold. Which is fine if you're doing like cold wraps for lunches and stuff. But if you're doing like hot food in it, it's nice to keep them warm. So this is a little tortilla wrap warmer, okay? The thing with this is you do want to use 100% cotton and you need to use 100% cotton wadding, okay? Which we have got on the website if you need it. I just used some scraps up to make this one. Literally pulled some bits out of the scrap bucket to make it. I've got some more fabric here, which we're gonna make a second one with today. But yeah, I think they'd also be really good. Like if you're outside, if you're having like when the summer hits, when the summer hits, and you're eating outside outside in the garden on the patio or whatever, you could actually put your wraps in there as well. Then it'd keep the flies off them a bit. When a bloody fly comes over or a wasp or whatever, it would keep them nice and all in there as well. Not only keep them warm, but keep them insect free if you were eating outside. So you're going to need some fabric, and I would suggest going with a plain fabric for the inside, just because you're going to be putting food on it and everything. So go with a plain fabric on the inside. They are of course totally washable as well. All right, and then I'm using a little bit of this chickadee on the outside just for a bit of brightness. So I'm layering it up. I've got them still folded in half like that. And I'm layering it up because I'm going to cut all 4 at once. Okay. Now, I know that this dinner plate holds my tortillas. Okay. That's, I know it's gorgeous, this chickadee, isn't it? It's fabulous, that fabric. I know that the wraps that we buy sit in there. So I know that this plate is big enough. You've basically just got to use a dinner plate as your template. All right. So I'm going to flip this one upside down. Like that. Let's get it as close to the edges as possible so I'm not wasting fabric. There we go. And draw around it. Okay. So, I'm just going to draw around this. Like that. Now, it doesn't matter what you draw around it with because none of this will be seen. So, it's absolutely fine to do just a normal pen. Okay, so draw around that. I'm going to pop a couple of pins in there just to hold all the layers together, and then I'm going to cut it out. All right, so nice and simple so far. Like I was saying, because you can put this in the microwave, I would absolutely suggest that you use 100%, not those scissors, where's my proper scissors? Oh, I can't see them. They're going to have to be these ones. These aren't very sharp now. I need to sharpen them. Because it's going in the microwave. I read, now when you make like soup bowl cozies and stuff, some people say do not put them in the microwave. Don't put them in the microwave because they can cause hot spots and burn and catch flame. And I kind of, with this project, I was a bit like, oh, well, why would you put them in the microwave? Blah, blah, blah. But then you are only putting this in for 30 seconds. Where like a soup bowl, I suppose it'd be a couple of minutes, wouldn't it? Hi Carol, hello lovely. And maybe that's why, but all the little tutorials and advice that I saw said as long as you use 100% cotton excuse me, my voice is going, 100% cotton wadding, these are perfectly safe to go in the microwave. I suppose if you didn't have 100% cotton wadding, you could microwave them, couldn't you, and then slide them straight in there, but it's a lot easier to put them in and then microwave them. So all the way around, just cutting out this circle, nearly there. Oh, so my house looks like an absolute junkyard at the moment because Phil and Rory had to get out of the, they've sold the London flat, so they've moved out of that one. I've got so much stuff hanging around, but we don't want to get rid of it because Drew is moving out. I'm getting rid of one of the boys. I'm getting a bedroom back. Drew's moving out at the end of Feb. So they're like, oh, you might as well have that for the flat. His new flat. You might as well have that for this new flat. Oh, it's a nightmare. There's just stuff everywhere. 4 days Sunday, we just spend messing around with it. Trying to like find gaps to put a washing machine and another sofa and, oh, nightmare. So what we're going to do now is we're going to layer these up and we're going to make them right sides together. Now this is a plain fabric. There isn't really a right and wrong side, but we're going to put these right sides together. So a plain with the pattern and a plain with the pattern. We eat a lot of wraps in our house. It's you know, something that we do eat a lot of. So this was a nice little project. And then I've got some cotton batting. So it's not an 80-20, it is 100% cotton, this one. And what I want to do is cut out 2 circles on this. So I'm just going to fold that over and I want 2 circles big enough because you want one for either side. So I'm going to hack a piece out. Doesn't have to be circular because it's all going to be trimmed down in a moment. So just hacking a piece out for now. So how was your weekend, my darlings? How was everybody? Are you all okay? Has anybody been up to anything interesting? Just while I'm hacking this out. How are you all doing? Here we go. Okay, round we go like that. So I'm going to start just with this first one. Okay, and you want to leave it sandwiched up like this. Okay, so you've got your batting, the wrong side of the first fabric facing it, and then these are right sides together. Okay, and again we're going to put just a couple of pins in. You don't have to put any spray adhesive or anything like that on, just like this is fine. But before I put any more pins in, what I want to do is, before I put the pins in, on this first one, on the top one, fold it in half and finger press the heck out of it either side like that, so you know where your halfway point is on your circle here. Okay, in fact you could pin it through that halfway point, I suppose. That would another little reminder. And what we're going to do is we're going to stitch down just half of this. We're going to stitch here all the way around and end here. So hi Jane. Oh, don't worry about being late, my darling. Jean, you're good. You're out for lunch today. Just made it home in time for the live. Oh, bless you. Oh, something nice, I hope. Josh, I walked in and Josh had been cooking. He's always cooking. Smelled amazing in the kitchen. So it does mean with Drew moving out that we're going to get the study back, because the study got turned into a bedroom when Josh moved back in. So it means we'll get the study back, which means I get my dining room back and all these cameras and everything. I'm going to make it into a proper studio. I'm going to make the study into a proper studio with all the cameras and everything. So I'm very excited about that. It's all going to look different in a few months' time. So what we're going to do is on both of these, we're going to start stitching at the halfway point, stitch round on I would use edge of foot. Don't do 1/4 of an inch. I'd do edge of foot all the way around and finish here. Okay, and we're going to do that on both bits. So over we go to here, and I'm going to stitch away. So I'm just going to use the edge of foot. I'm going to start at my midway point. We had salt and chili chicken strips. It was very enjoyable. That sounds amazing. Sounds delicious, hun. I'm probably going to have a mug shot for my lunch. Not going to be very exciting at all. Okay, and then off we go. And I'm just keeping the edge of the foot right on the edge. of the circle. I know we did napkin holders, you know, like serviette holders ages ago, but you could actually use these for that as well if you're out, you know, out in the garden or whatever. Keep a pile of serviettes in them. There we go, all the way around, and I want to stop in that midway point. There we go, and make sure I reverse off. Reverse back to just lock off that stitch. There we go. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. So we're going to start there, lock off the stitch, and away we go again. So I'm not sure whether I was going to say I'm not sure what my favourite food would be. I love Mexican food. We do eat things like burritos and enchiladas and fajitas and stuff a lot, because I really do love Mexican food. But favourite food would have to be Thai. I would always go with Thai food if I could. There we go. Caroline, you're fishing off some homemade broccoli and Stilton soup. Nice. That's also one of my faves. I love a bit of broccoli and Stilton soup. And yet randomly, I don't like Stilton by itself. There we go. Right. Okay, we're going to back over here. Ow! Just stab myself with the pin. Yeah, but I love broccoli and Stilton soup. Delicious. There we go. Right, I'm going to use my pinking shears. If you don't have pinking shears, you can clip into this seam allowance, okay? But I'm going to use my pinking shears for now. And I'm going to just take off the excess wadding, and round we go. I just find pinking shears are so much quicker. It's so much easier than clipping a curve. There we go. Yes, I'm very excited that Drew's got his own place. So he's going to be moving out in February, which means that we're another bedroom back. Although the boys are all arguing now about who's going to get the bigger bedroom, because Drew's actually got the largest bedroom on the front. We've got the second largest, but that's because that's got the ensuite, and I don't want to share a bathroom with the stinky boys. So but yeah, he's actually got the large bedroom, so they're all like, Alex and Tom were like, oh, well, Tom could move into the little room and I could have it. And I was like, I'm just not getting involved. You lot can all argue between you. Okay, so we've stitched round and just clipped this bit. Don't worry about clipping any of this yet. We've got some sewing to do on that. I'm going to do the same on this side. I think this would actually work for, like, you know, like a bread basket as well. You know, if you wanted to keep bread warm on the table, you know, you could, you know, warm out of the oven or whatever, and then slide it into this. It doesn't have to be wraps, I don't think. And slide it into this, and then away we go. Okay, right, that bit off there, and off we go. So there's no 1 o'clock tomorrow because I will be doing Craft Extra. So I've got 2 hours on Craft Extra. So remember, you can watch that on YouTube live and stuff. If you don't have it on Freeview or FreeSat, you can watch it on YouTube live. And it's our 3rd anniversary with Create and Craft as well. So on every order, right, so done that and done that. I'll come back to the Create and Craft thing in a moment. I've got 2 exactly the same, okay? What you're going to do now is we're going to turn them inside out, and you just want to press this top seam. So turn them inside out, right side out. And just get your fingers in there. I like to roll my hand around that edge like that. Like that, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch from that halfway point all the way around to enclose that edge. And do the same on this one, but I'm going to give it a quick iron first. So Create and Craft Extra tomorrow. Every order that happens within the live hours will receive a free fat quarter and a free pattern. And then on Thursday we've got 7 AM and 1 AM, 7 AM and 11 AM, sorry. 7 AM and 11 AM. I'll get my timings right. It's because they've changed the timings. we've also got, if you order through Create and Craft, there's a gift with purchase, which is free fat quarter and a pattern. It is a random pattern and a random fat quarter. But we're also on the main channel, the Create and Craft one on Thursday, on those 2 hours, doing a giveaway. So anybody who orders not only gets their fat quarter and pattern, but they'll be put into a draw, which will be pulled live on air, which is over £100 worth of stuff. And there's a whole new one there's one for each show. So it's actually, there's 2 giveaways. So, so yeah, definitely worth watching if there's anything you fancy. So just giving those a quick press, and then I'm just going to stitch round, top stitch round both bits. Okay, you don't have to, but I do think it just finishes it off nicely. You've set all your craft extra stuff on the planner. Amazing. Thanks, Eileen. Hi, Leslie. A bit late, but catch up. That's no problem, darling. That's no problem. I was just talking about Create and Craft, the fact that we've got some giveaways happening and stuff. So basically, all orders done live will get the free fat quarter and free pattern. And then the 2 main channel, the 2 Create and Craft channel hours on Thursday, there's a giveaway on both of them. There we go. So I'm just going to top stitch all the way around like that. And lock that one off. Try to make sure you don't come down too far with this. I have definitely got like a little bit of fluff or something caught on my eyelashes because I can see it. It's driving me potty. Oh, sorry, knocked the camera. There we go. Oh, it's going to be so much better when we've got the studio all set up, because we've got proper microphones to go in and more cameras and stuff, so that we can, so we'll have the space to like permanently mount them rather than them being temporary, because they're on my dining table. There we go. You had your lovely gift arrive from your charity sale. Oh, lovely. I'm glad it got there, lovely. Excellent. Nearly there. And finish there. Oh, whatever this is on my eye, it's driving me insane. I'm really sorry. It's annoying me. There we go. So back over hopefully to here now, and we've done that little bit of top stitching. Okay, now you're going to put them right sides together, and you just want to line up those points there where you've stopped stitching. You need to line those ones up. So I've just, where that little, that's the bit of that's not stitched there, that is lining those up, and I'm going to put a clip in like that. And then again this side, just line that one up and line that one up like that, and pop a clip in. Okay, so that's all nice. And now what we're going to do now is we're going to stitch from here where they've joined, and stitch all the way around to complete that circle. But you could, oh, I've got hiccups. Oh my God, I'm a wreck today, aren't I? Now I've got hiccups. First of all I'm sneezing, then I've got something in my eye. Now I've got hiccups. We're going to stitch, sorry, we're going to stitch all the way around, but through all 4 layers to join it. Okay, back to the machine. And then, so yeah, so no 1 o'clock tomorrow, because we will be on Craft Extra. And then there will be, then I've got 7 AM and 11 AM on Create and Craft. And then Sarah will be here at 1 o'clock with, I'm dropping to bits. I really am, love. Yeah, I really am. Leslie, it's a bit of fluff. I cleaned the table down because there was loads of wadding scraps, and it's a bit of fluff, and I can see it as I'm blinking, but it's annoying me now. But Sarah will be back here at 1 o'clock. Sorry, it's really noisy that when you're going through this amount. And she's going to do a doorstop. She's going to be doing a doorstop. I'm definitely dropping to bits at the minute. I can't wait. I'm off from... So we've got a class happening locally on Saturday, which there is still space for. If anybody's free and they want to join us, shout, because there are 3 spaces left, I think, on Saturday's workshop, which is the modern drunkard's path we're doing, which is going to teach you all about curves and how not to be scared of them. And then Saturday night, once class is finished, I'm going up to London, and then I'm getting the Eurostar, and my husband and I are going to Amsterdam for 4 days. And I'm going to sleep. Lots and lots. I'm going to catch up with lots of sleep. Right, stitched all the way around. Oh, it did it again. My machine is playing up something terrible. Can you see how this big long stitch, how it's not stitching? I cleaned it all out, everything, but it's really not working. I'm just going to stitch back into that one, 2 seconds. My machine's dropping to bits as well, Carolyn. It's ridiculous. I changed the needle, I cleaned it all out. It started to do this a little while ago. And it suddenly started doing it again. And then it stopped doing it. It was brilliant. And it started doing it again. And I really don't... Maybe I need a new sewing machine. I should probably just get this one serviced. No, it's still doing it. Can't sew that bit. Why are you being such a rat bag? Right. Just check the bobbins in right as well. I'm going slow and steady on this bit and see if that helps. I should probably put my walking foot on really. There we go. Maybe that's... But yeah, I've got this brand new needle in there, it's new bobbin, but it's just not stitching the thickness again. Which it did a while ago, it did that. Do you remember when we were making the candle wreaths? When we were doing those? That's better, it's done it this time. Right, okay, so back over here. I'm just going to trim off some of this excess now, okay? Because I want to zigzag. Now, if you've got an overlocker, you could absolutely put this on your overlocker. If you've got an overlocking stitch on your machine, you could do that. Or if you haven't, you don't have to do any of it, but you don't really want the fluff anywhere near your food, really. So what I'm doing is trimming back that wadding out of the way, like that. Flip it, I'm going to do the same this side. And then I'm going to zigzag the whole thing. I'm going to do quite a close, almost a satin stitch type zigzag, all the way around here to really enclose that raw edge. You could bind it as well, I suppose, if you wanted to. You could put some binding on it. I'm not going to do that now because of time and stuff. So now trying to put the shop back together after Newark. It was really nice actually, Newark. It was a really busy show. So I'm going to do a really close zigzag all the way around. Oh, thanks, Jean. Ollie's not gone to sleep. You can hear him whittering. He's normally out like a light. Oh, don't you just love it when they're like that? And you think, oh yeah, it's normal. I'm gonna get a couple of hours or an hour at least out of them. And then suddenly they decide, oh, I don't need a nap anymore. Here we go. So I'm going to do quite a close zigzag all over this raw edge. Okay. Now, like I said, I could, hi Marion, I could do an overcast stitch. If you've got an overcast stitch, you could use that. Or if you've got an overlocker, if you're a dressmaker, that would be the quickest thing to do, is a quick check it on the overlocker. There we go. There we go. Just following that curve round really gently and just zigzagging. Like I said, it's almost a satin stitch. I've moved the stitch length down so it's nice and close. All the way around, it's nearly there. Just get all those raw edges all enclosed. There we go. And then reverse. maybe he wants to watch. Jonah, I've had to start completely unplugging my machine and hiding the plug because Jonah is obsessed, absolutely obsessed with turning the machine on and pressing the buttons, and I'm really worried he's going to hurt his little fingers. So back over here, lovelies. So then you can just chop off your ends, get rid of all those threads. Threads there. So all I've done is literally this really, really close zigzag all the way round, and then we can turn it through like that. Push out that edge. You could, I suppose you could French seam it if you wanted to. You could stitch in and close those edges, but you're making it quite small then. You'd have to make a much bigger circle. I've got a thread there as well. Give it a quick press just to... Don't you love the whittering though, Carolyn? I love that because Jonah's still not talking, but he's babbling. You know, he just like chats away to himself and some random little thing. There we go. And my tortilla warmer is done. So I put my wraps in there. You know, pile them up because you'd get quite a fair few in there if you've got a big family. He's a Duracell bunny when he's awake. Yeah. Know that feeling. Pop your wraps in there. Put the whole thing in the microwave. Microwave for 30 seconds. And that'll warm your wraps. But because of the wadding and everything, it'll keep them warm. Keeps all the steam, you know, the little bit of steam in there and keeps them nice and warm. So, but just a really random little project, but I think quite useful. I think they'd be quite useful. You could put some cam snaps or something on there, couldn't you? And use it for all sorts. Or insert a zip. Be a nice like makeup bag size. But anyway, but yeah, I think as well for in the garden, you know, if you've got things you want to keep, you know, insects off, you know, when you're eating out in the garden when it's eventually summer, you could pop in there over like that and it'll just keep it protected as well. So, yeah, I suppose as well, if you, yeah, I think you could use them for serviettes as well. You could have serviettes in there, stop them blowing away, a bit like that serviette holder that we did. But yeah, it's a real quick, little one today. Not that quick, actually, it's still past. So, that's it for me today. I will see, well, I won't see you guys, but hopefully you'll join in with me tomorrow on Craft Extra. Like I said, go for YouTube Live if you can't get it on Freeview. YouTube, if you go onto YouTube, they stream it live on there, so you can watch it on there. And there's like gift with purchases and free draws and all for on the Wednesday and Thursday shows. Congratulations to Mandy. I will be in touch with you about that one. And don't forget, this is your daily deal. Okay, so yeah, Seashore Drive charm pack down to £7. So absolute bargain on those. Jean, you love it. You're quite partial to fajitas. And me, I love a fajita, except Tom won't call them fajitas because he can't say it. He's never been able to say it. So he says, we're having chicken wraps. We're having chicken wraps. Like, yeah, we're having chicken wraps. So yeah. Cool. Leslie, that's a good idea. We have Staffordshire oat cakes which could be warmed up. Yeah, nice idea. Oh, or Welsh cakes. If you like to keep them warm, take them to the table. Have your little Welsh cakes in there, straight off the griddle. So yeah, but use 100. We do sell 100% cotton wadding as well. Use that in them, and apparently that can go in the microwave for short periods. Don't put it on for like 5 minutes because it will burst into flames. But for short bursts, it can. So yeah. Oh, you crumpet or you toast. You can even keep your toast in there in the mornings if you're like doing a big batch. Pancakes ready for Shrove Tuesday because they always go cold when you're trying to do a big plate, don't they? So you could make them I'd probably put a piece of kitchen roll or something down, make them in there, they'd keep them warm. So, right, that's my bit of nonsense for today. Anyway, I'm going to get back over to the shop because we're still trying to get the shop together. I've still got to pack and I've got to drive to Peterborough tonight. So I will see you all very soon. I won't be doing a 1 o'clock for ages now because I'm off next week. So, but I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.